Have you ever struggled with the dreaded toe shot?
Yes.
We see it every day, right?
Every single day.
Well, let's talk about how to fix it. So, first of all, if we want to fix something, we kind of need to know what's wrong.
That's right.
So what's going wrong, Ed?
So in most students that I've seen is when they come down into impact to extend their arms completely because they don't want to, they want to hit it with their hands and arms, or they don't want to turn. They throw their hands and arms, and to make room, they back their chest out and their head out, they stop rotation, and they hit it off the toe.
So the thing that's happening is their radius, basically from here to that ball, is changing, right?
Yes.
So they really can't. And a lot of times you'll see guys who are hitting off the toe with both arms straight.
And their chest pointing at the ball, and there's no flexion in the pelvis, no flexion in the knees, no nothing.
Yeah.
Yep.
And a lot of times the shaft is coming down pretty steep too.
They almost have to.
Yeah.
Once that shaft is steep, they have to do that.
So then they start backing up, and then they hit it on the toe.
Right.
So if we know that the problem is that the player is getting their center farther from the ball, what's the solution?
Well, depending upon the person's face orientation, right? So their grip and wrist conditions, if we can get them to start the downswing by feeling like they get a little more flex in the right hip to start the downswing, the chest is actually moving down, so the buttons of the shirt actually moves toward the left leg from here. Then they can make that corner, holding their angles, and then releasing over here around the corner.
So walk me through that. So I'm a player, I made this backswing. What do I have to do to start my downswing?
So in your case here, you're going to feel that you actually add a little flexion as you start to turn, and now you're pushing away. And now the face never had a chance to flip over, and you won't hit on the toe anymore.
So this little bit of flexion,
Yep.
helps keep me from hitting on the toe.
Yep.
Now what I have to do something to match that up, because I know I'm going to get comments on this YouTube video that if my body goes into the ground like that, I'm going to hit it fat.
And that's why I mentioned your grip and your wrist conditions.
So
If your wrist conditions are matching as you gain flexion, you're not going to hit chunks because this right wrist will be extended and you'll be turning the doorknob a little bit, getting the center of mass behind you.
So I'm going to be getting the center of mass of this golf club more back here, and I'm going to be keeping the hinge, this extension in my trail wrist, which shortens the radius. So now if I actually just turn, you can see I'm not going to hit the ball, so I'm going to have to, that flexion is actually useful.
Yeah. And the flexion is not necessarily in just your hip hinge straight down. It's actually in the knees and the hips all together.
And the spine.
And the spine some amount.
Just a little bit. Yep.
Yep.
So it's a combination where we're gaining some flex in our knees, we're gaining some hip hinge, some hip flexion right here, and then we're turning better with a club that is a little bit more pitched back behind us,
Yep.
with good wrist conditions, and then that delivers this golf club to the ball, and I'm not going to hit it fat.
Correct.
Or I'm not going to hit it on the toe anymore.
Right. And you'll also, if you maintain that extension in that trail wrist, you won't hit shanks either. So we'll see a lot of people that, okay, well, I maintained flexion, but I kept hitting shanks. Well, yeah, because you're throwing the angles at the bottom.
So if I get this flexion and I throw my hands out like this, you can see how far I could reach.
Exactly.
I could actually miss if I wanted to.
100%. Yep. Yep.
Cool. So that's the magic. If you're hitting the ball on the toe, you are backing out of it, and you need to figure out how to match up a couple pieces so that we get the center of mass a little bit more behind us, so we can turn and rotate and stay in flexion.
Yep.
That it?
Yep. And compress it.
Smoke it. Let's. You can't end the video without hitting one, so let's see if I can hit it.
Let's see it.
Out the middle of the face. Now the pressure's on me.
Bingo.
That's pretty good. Hey guys, so I wanted to give you a sneak peek into MiloLinesGolf.com, an online academy devoted to helping you play better golf and learn to swing like an athlete. So I've assembled an awesome team of instructors to help me with this mission. And we've received some awesome feedback from the members of our site, and we've seen many of them make great strides toward improving their games. as a member of MiloLinesGolf.com. You get a monthly evaluation from myself or my team. You get a private space to track your progress. You also receive access to a live lesson library and a really large library of how-to videos. Access to our member-only webinars, and you get to ask us questions to be answered live. And much, much more. So, for just $49 per month or $399 per year, you can have access to all these great things and learn to swing like an athlete. So let us help you play the best golf of your life. So visit us at the link below and join now.